So are you in the market for a new entry-level video card? Do you play Sims and World of Warcraft more than you do Crysis or BioShock? You know, if you're doing stuff that's entry-level, you don't need a big video card, or let's say your onboard graphics died and you want to replace it, but you don't want to spend over $150 on a high-end video card, this is going to be for you. This is the 9500 GT. This is a new card from NVIDIA. Now, I have the DDR2 version here from EVGA. There's a DDR2 and there's a DDR3. So what's going on with this card is pretty much it's the replacement for the 8500 series and the 8600 series. So very nice card, very simple, very entry level. The prices are great on these. They start as low as 70 bucks for the DDR2 version. So these are going to be a great buy, especially in the past compared to the 8600. When the 8600 was like at 100 bucks, it didn't make any sense. You'd spend 20 or 30 bucks more and get an 8800 GT, or what else could you get? A 9600 GT. There's these two great cards that are a lot better. Now, so what they've done is they've made this even cheaper than the 8600 GT, and it's faster and better. Now, taking a look at these specs, you can kind of see where I'm coming from. Core clock's gone from 450 all the way up to 550, going from the 8500 to the 9500 GT. So that's a nice increase right there. Your memory clock, your shader clock, everything has gone up. Now the memory interface is still the same. The width is 128 bits, but if you look at that memory bandwidth, look at how it's progressed over time, from 12.8 gigabits per second all the way up to 25 gigabits per second, and that's a card that's still cheaper than it was before. So it's come a long way, and you get a lot more bang for your buck now. Now, of course, on top of those regular features, you also, of course, get two dueling DVIs, you get HDCP, you have DirectX 10, you get OpenGL 2.0. These things are SLI ready, so they will do a two-way SLI, and they're also ready for CUDA. So if you want to do some of that parallel processing, you can do it with this card. It will do, the physics. It will do Bada Boom, which is the video transcoder for high-def video. It'll do all this kind of stuff. So these are a new card. So if you're on a budget, take a look at these. Now, I did get some benchmarks on these. Now, this, like I said, this is not a gaming card, but I did get some benchmarks to you. So let's take a look at them real quick. Let's check out Crysis. Crysis did very well as well on a 19-inch resolution, medium settings, one-time anti-aliasing. You know, obviously you're not going to play this at on some huge monitor, but it went from 10 frames per second, which is not even playable, all the way up to 27.6. So this $70 card is going to be playing Crysis at a playable resolution, at a playable frame rate, for almost nothing. This is awesome. This is very, very cool. Even more interesting, look at Call of Duty 4 in the 22-inch resolution, but when you turn the filters on, look at it with 4 times anti-aliasing and 16 times anthroposcopic filtering. It went from 9 frames per second on the 8500 all the way up to 22 frames per second on the 9500. So that's a huge jump, almost double what you had before. That's great. Looking at Unreal Tournament 3, 22-inch resolution, one-time anthroposcopic filtering and one-time anti-aliasing, 26 frames per second on the 8500. So that's not really too bad. That's actually playable, but look at the 9500 GT, 69.9 frames per second. A massive improvement. That's just insane. More, again, more than double the frames per second. That's really, really crazy. So as you can see, you get a lot for your money with this card. You get playable games, but at a low price. It comes with everything. It's got dual DVIs, dual link up to 2560 by 1600. It's got a breakaway cable, so you can set it up on your TV. It's ready for SLI. It's ready for CUDA. It's ready for physics. It's got everything you need. I'm really hyped about this card just because it's so affordable, and now a lot of people are actually going to have a cheap video card. People that don't need to have a high-end video card, you get to get something like this very cheap. Now, as usual, if you have any questions about anything, go ahead and email me down below, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the EVGA 9500 GT graphics card, go to CompUSA.com and type in E145-9500, or you can call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-COMP-USA.